May I, in the normal rote message, request you to please switch off your cell phones. We have some very eminent guests. We have a lot of exchanges to make, and it would be in the right spirit if the cell phones are switched off. So welcome to the new edition of this very interesting program that Flo has been conducting for the last 5 years, called Face to Face with Delhi Government. And I must tell you, and I think as citizens of Delhi, you would be aware, it's very difficult to get 3 municipal commissioners and other senior commissioners to come and be amidst us. I think it's quite a task and quite a feat. So for Harjinder to have done this, we can give her a hand. We will start the program with the national anthem. May I request you to stand up, please.
भारत भाग्य विधाता
पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा
द्राविड उत्कल बंगा
विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा
उच्छल जलधि तरंग
तव शुभ नाम जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा
जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे
भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
I now invite Flo President Malvika Rai to give a welcome address to our eminent guests. For their information, Malvika is very actively involved in the field of education and runs various institutions specializing in various courses, including management.
Good morning, everyone. Just read this thing what Kiran said. Please switch off your mobile phones. Just want to let you know some housekeeping. Our next program is going to be the interstate, which is on 19th and 20th of December. Those who have registered, welcome. Those who have not, register. The next program which we're having is in January 12th, 13th, 14th. Management program with the University of Columbia. Is going to be a residential program. We have only 35 participants we are going to have. So, and during this month, whoever is interested, please do register. I just also want to congratulate, we were able to, you must have seen the mails earlier on going on regarding the 30 outstanding achievers of Fiki Flow. And we were able to have the 30 names nominated. And I'm very happy to name the ones which are from Delhi. So I'll start it with Harjinder Kaur. So let's give her a big hand on that one. We have Lipika Sood. She's not here with us today, so she's also one of them. Then we have Sudevi Beriwal. She's also not here today with us. Nina Gill. Nina Gill is also one of them. And Deepmala Mohan. I can see us sitting there on the corner. Congratulations. It was a very tough job for the jury to go through all the applications. And it's a very big thank you to them for doing this task. And so there are 30 of them, and these are from Delhi. So we will do the honors on the 20th morning at 11 o'clock during the interstate. I just wanted to first, Mr. Srivastav, Mr. Gupta, members on the dais, friends, just wanted, I was told that what is this? Is this a kitty club, or what is it, a club for women? I said, no, I need to first little educate our members also and our dais and reiterate to ourselves also, what is FLOW all about? It's a national body with the prime objective of women empowerment through the promotion of entrepreneurship and managerial excellence. It was established in 1983, and it is a division of the Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce and Industry, known as FICCI, which is the apex body of industry and chambers of commerce in India. The FICCI Ladies Organization was formed with the vision to empower women from all segments and also to promote entrepreneurship and professional excellence among women across India. We have 3,200 members pan-India, and we have 10 chapters, and it's growing day by day. So this is just for a little to know about, and I can go on and on because so much we have done in FLOW. And today I am also looking at it, that by the end of it, how FLOW and we can work with the government hand in hand to make Delhi a better and a safe place to live in. So it is my pleasure to welcome you all to the 5th edition of the annual face-to-face program. Our esteemed panelists today are the Municipal Commissioners of Delhi. Thank you for being with us. We appreciate the fact, despite your busy schedules and the upcoming elections, you are here with us today. Through this interaction, we would like to continue the dialogue between civil society, business, and government officials for a better India. Friends, as you are aware, Municipal Corporation of Delhi is among the largest municipal bodies in the world, providing civic services to more than 11 million citizens in the capital of India, covering an area of 1397.3 kilometers. Within its jurisdiction are some of the most densely populated areas in the world. It has also the unique distinction of providing civic services to the rural and urban villages, resettlement colonies, regularized unauthorized colonies, slum, squatter settlements, etc. With immense responsibilities in hand, our distinguished panelists definitely have a tough job to do, managing with mismatched resources and infrastructure being one of the biggest challenges. Today, we look forward to hearing from you today the achievements and the challenges faced in your functioning. I would like to make a special mention on the Facebook initiative started by MCD in 2011, which even I was not aware of it when I was doing a research, and then I went to Facebook and I had a look at it. And I think I was just talking to them that it is going to be a very good platform where we can reach out to people both from either side. Seeking the assistance of citizens in monitoring garbage collection sites across Delhi is indeed commendable. But it needs to be strengthened and taken further on. This initiative can garner much more attention with cooperation of citizens and prompt action by MCD. The other day, about a week back, I was in Ludhiana, and one of the things which I mentioned over there was it's such a clean city. And I said, how did you all do it? You know, it was just one of my questions. And they said that FLOW is working hand in hand with the commissioner there. I said, how do you do that? They said, we have done up a tie-up with them that any of our ladies who sees a garbage or sees something which needs to be taken care of, they give a call, number which was given to them, and immediate and prompt action was taken. So what I feel is that I'm sure we can start a beginning. Flow can be one of the organizations, and what I feel is that if we find even little changes taking place, it'll give a boost to the citizens and the government together to work hand in hand in this project. It is undeniable that the tenets of the good governments require the government to have clear rules and procedures, transparent systems, easy accessibility to information, and a redressal of the complaint procedures. As civil citizens, our role is very crucial. Our job is not just to sit back and criticize, but also to appreciate and be thankful toward those who run the establishment. I thank Harjinder Kaur, Joint Treasurer and Governing Body Member, for putting this program together. Thanks, Harjinder. Thanks to Kiran Gira, she's the past president, who has come specially from Bombay to moderate this session. I'd like to thank Neeta Bochra, who's our Senior Vice President, who will be giving the vote of thanks. And I'm also thankful to Kiran for hosting the lunch for today. Thank you very much.
I just want to make it clear that the person who's hosting the lunch is my namesake. Thank you. Thank you, Malvika. I think you already put in very succinctly as to what the whole theme of this program is going to be. I will now call upon Harjinder, who is the nodal person from Flow, right now in touch with the luminaries here, to say a few words about them. I also want to just mention that apart from her position in Flow, Harjinder is very actively involved in the IT industry, and her company, of which she's the managing director, specializes in tolling booth solutions and intelligent transportation, as she calls it. Thank you.
Usually we talk in English while introducing the panelists in Flow, but today, once again, I opt to speak in Hindi, our mother tongue, to introduce our eminent panelists. देवियों और सज्जनों, नमस्कार। अब तक हमारी संस्था फिक्की महिला संगठन के 4 फेस-टू-फेस कार्यक्रम Is it okay? आज का कार्यक्रम भी पूर्व की भांति एक दरबार के रूप में होगा और कार्यक्रम का विषय है हमारी दिल्ली की नगर पालिकाओं का कार्यकलाप। अब मैं आज यहाँ उपस्थित वरिष्ठ अधिकारियों का परिचय कराना चाहूँगी। आज हमारे बीच श्री जलज श्रीवास्तव 1984 बैच के IAS अधिकारी NDMC के अध्यक्ष उपस्थित हैं। इन्होंने दिल्ली विश्वविद्यालय से सेंट स्टीफन कॉलेज से MSc फिजिक्स किया और इंडियन इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ फॉरेन ट्रेड से MBA किया। श्री जलज श्रीवास्तव IPS सर्विस के लिए प्रथम प्रयास में ही चुन लिए गए एवं IAS सर्विस के लिए उससे अगले साल चुन लिए गए। यह बात मैं यहाँ बताना चाहूँगी कि इन्होंने प्रोबेशन कार्यकाल में सुदूर आदिवासी क्षेत्रों के विभिन्न कार्यों को पूरी निष्ठा से निभाया। इस दौरान का अनुभव उनके लिए एक यादगार है। ये दिल्ली सरकार में कमिश्नर ट्रेड एंड टैक्सेस, मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर DSIDC, कमिश्नर इंडस्ट्रीज, गोवा के गवर्नर के सेक्रेटरी एवं फूड कॉरपोरेशन ऑफ इंडिया में एग्जीक्यूटिव डायरेक्टर रह चुके हैं। श्री श्रीवास्तव, हम आपका फ्लो में हार्दिक स्वागत करते हैं। हमारे बीच श्री प्रवीण कुमार गुप्ता जी भी उपस्थित हैं। MSc मैथमेटिक्स करने के पश्चात 1989 में ये IAS बने। इन्होंने अपने कार्यकाल के दौरान गोवा कलेक्टर, पूर्वी दिल्ली में एडिशनल कमिश्नर, डायरेक्टर मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ HRD, CEO अंडमान एंड निकोबार आइलैंड्स, स्पेशल कमिश्नर DTC इत्यादि महत्वाकांक्षी पदों को गौरवान्वित किया है। मुझे पूरी उम्मीद है कि हमें और आप सबको प्रवीण कुमार से अपने सुझावों का संतोषजनक उत्तर मिलेगा। मैं आपका यहाँ स्वागत करती हूँ। हमारे तीसरे पैनलिस्ट हैं श्री मनीष गुप्ता जी, जो 1991 बैच के IAS अधिकारी हैं। आपने IIT कानपुर से MTech करने के पश्चात आप IAS में आए। आपने अपनी कुशलता से बिक्री कर में एडिशनल कमिश्नर, यूनिफाइड MCD में एडिशनल कमिश्नर इंजीनियरिंग एवं भारत सरकार में निदेशक टेक्सटाइल जैसे दायित्वों को बेहतरीन ढंग से निभाया है। वर्तमान में आप साउथ MCD के कमिश्नर पद पर सुशोभित हैं। हम इनका तहे दिल से स्वागत करते हैं। हमारे बीच नॉर्थ MCD के एडिशनल कमिश्नर श्री मयंक शर्मा भी मौजूद हैं। हम इनका भी तहे दिल से स्वागत करते हैं। धन्यवाद। जय हिंद।
Okay, I think we'll set the tone of the program so that we know how we are going to proceed with this. Um, what we are going to do is to make it as interactive as possible with the audience asking questions to our eminent panelists. I'll set the ball rolling with just a few statistics and then you will be taking over in a manner of speaking. I have only one request that when I was talking informally to one of the senior guests here, he said our task is thankless. And we all know that their task is very difficult and it's thankless. And we will have some negative statements, some complaints, some suggestions, and also some stroking, please, because they also need a little bit of positive stroking so that they can do better and look after us a little better. So let's keep in mind the fact that we are going to make them feel good about having come to Flow and having this wonderful interactive session. I want to start the program by telling the denizens of Delhi here that there are a couple of things I want to tell you about the corporation budgets around the world. मैं दो तीन ही budgets की बात करूँगी. Bombay, Mumbai, जहाँ से मैं आई हूँ, it is the richest corporation in the country. Its budget is more than that of many smaller states. लेकिन वो पैसे कहाँ इस्तेमाल होते हैं मुझे तो पता नहीं है. 27,600 crores is the budget of the Municipal Corporation of Bombay. Okay. Now, I just picked up a few statistics. New York City has a budget of 61 billion US dollars. Okay? So, when we come to places like Shanghai and China, again, we are running into billions. But when we come to Delhi, and please correct me if my data is dated, it is about 8,000 crores. So we are looking at 28,000 crores for Bombay, and we are looking at 8,000 crores for Delhi. So I feel that the denizens of Delhi are really getting a great deal for the kind of budget that your corporation has. So I think we should give them a clap. What we'll do is we'll start off with one question that I'm going to ask each. Each gentleman will have an answer to it. We'll get the ball rolling and then we will start with the issues that we want to take up one by one. We'll start with Mr. Srivastava, and the same question is going to be asked of all. Okay, you've done various, as an IS officer, you've meandered through various kinds of jobs, various kinds of responsibilities, and you're here at the helm of this particular job. What do you feel is the biggest challenge that you face personally and professionally in this job? I mean, you must be having a dream, right? What you could do with your job, how could you wield your stick or your baton or whatever? And what are the constraints, and what is your vision, and how are you being stopped from achieving that vision, if at all?
You know this question. Let me begin by complimenting Flow for such a wonderfully organized program. I'm also very thankful. This is the second time I'm here, and I take this forum very seriously. I've been married long enough to take one lady very seriously, and naturally, I respect the feedback which I'll be getting from here. So I can say this on behalf of all my colleagues here. Having said which, I think in the NDMC, the task is far easier in some ways because it is being the most pampered municipality in the country. The number of people who stay here are very manageable. We are talking in terms of what, 2.53 lakhs. And the incremental growth of population within this municipality has not been as much over the past 2 decades. Secondly, fund has not really been the constraint for the reason that it is housing well the Rashtrapati Bhavan and the entire Council of Ministers, all their residences, all the offices, the Parliament, etc. So there is a no compromise situation on a lot of things. Also, the area we are talking about, NDMC's area is about 42 square kilometers, which is hardly anything. And if you look at what I have to manage, it's roughly 12 square kilometers, which is outside President's Estate and this and that. So uh, I'm not trying to make light of the assignment which I have. All I'm saying is that it is for NDMC, the task is area-wise and population-wise, the task is not much and constraints are not much. What is a problem is that it's the clientele, if I may call it, who live here are absolutely no tolerance people, zero tolerance people, and which is good. What my real task is to set the standards for the rest of the country maybe to follow. If I am able to, well, perhaps remove every piece of garbage which is around there and make it into a very highly antiseptic environment, well, that would be a dream. Singapore started, well, 20 years back and, well, got somewhere and then it started decaying for some reason. The issue is this area gives me the crucible of all experimentation. If there is a best practice available, best of the breed practice available in the rest of the country or somewhere else in the world, I can at least Google and adapt it and at least try it out. Within NDMC, we do not have councillors, so the flexibility of decision making is possibly a little more. You might call it a special set of situations. The NDMC Act is unlike any other in the country, but therefore it gives a lot of flexibility, maneuverability of decision making. Naturally, it is under very, very highly intense scrutiny from all sorts of people, not just the press. I had just stepped out for a moment and it was the same old CP को क्या हुआ और खान मार्केट को क्या हुआ, ये क्यों हुआ, इतना डेडलाइन क्यों एक्सीड किया वगैरह वगैरह, इस जगह गार्बेज आपने देखा. One more thing I wanted to take this opportunity to point out that we don't always get brickbats. There are any number of people who are, the point is that I keep getting emails and SMSs. My mobile number is on the website. So, शुरू में I'll keep alternating. शुरू में हमें कभी कभार गालियाँ पड़ती हैं कि साहब ये चीज़ ठीक से नहीं हुई, लेकिन ऐसे बहुत से लोग हैं जो वाकई वापसी SMS करके कहते हैं साहब काम हो गया और 1.5 दिन में हो गया और मुझे आपसे मैं बहुत शुक्रगुजार हूँ. तो वो 80-90% जो गालियाँ पड़ती हैं वो 1.5-2 दिन में बहुत अच्छा लगता है, और वो जो एहसास है वो कहीं ज़्यादा हमारे लिए we feel very good about it. Anyway, the most important, coming back to it, the biggest challenge is therefore for NDMC alone to pick up the best practice available in any particular things, be it garbage collection, for example, be it manpower deployment, be it women's safety, be it say Connaught Place में अगर मुझे हर जगह criss crossing of CCTV cameras करना है या कोई इवेंट करनी है तो उसके लिए वो हमारा फेस टू द नेशन हो जाता है. एंड देयरफॉर व्हाट माइट गो रॉन्ग is inexcusable. That I think is the biggest challenge. I would like to stop here for the moment.
Thank you.
But my colleague-
Mr. Gupta, आपकी तो टेरिटरी अलग है, आप कहिए.
Thank you. First of all, I would like to just clarify this. I'm the commissioner of NDMC and Mr. Jala Srivastava, senior colleague. He is also heading NDMC. There is a little difference. NDMC is New Delhi Municipal Council and our NDMC is North Delhi Municipal Corporation. As you know, recently this MCD of Delhi was trifurcated into 3 corporations, North Delhi,
Maybe
South
some
Delhi
checks will come your way, Mr. Gupta, by mistake, right?
and East Delhi Municipal Corporation. So in North Delhi, there is a total contrast from NDMC, New Delhi Municipal Corporation. As far as funds are concerned, we are having a lot of constraints of funds, and then we have some of the most congested areas in the world. You know, Chandni Chowk, Karol Bagh, Old Delhi areas where buildings are very old, 100 to 150 years old. There is hardly any space to move. The streets are somewhere it is 4 feet, 5 feet wide streets. So our task of sanitation, removing the garbage and all become very difficult in such areas. And then we have rural areas, places like Narela, Mundka, very far from areas. We have to cater to all these things. And there is a mix. There is a highly congested areas, then rural areas, very wide population. We have around 600 square kilometer of area, and then 64 lakh population we cater by one corporation. Then we have all these councillors, 104 councillors, then 26 MLAs, all part of our decision making. So decision making again becomes very difficult because we have to take consent from all of them for making any resolution, making any policy document. But still we are able to deliver the goods. In two of our zones, Civil Line and Rohini zones, we have door-to-door collection of garbage. Our vehicle goes to the household, and from there they take the garbage. This is just an experiment. This started 2 years ago. It's doing well, but there are problems also. So we'll share this when the session is on, and these are the things. Rest will
Thank you. Mr. Gupta.
मेरे लिए सबसे बड़ा चैलेंज क्या है? वैसे फॉर्चुनेटली मैं जलज श्रीवास्तव साहब और पीके गुप्ता साहब के बीच में हूँ करीब करीब पोजीशन वाइज। फंड वाइज मेरे पास बजट की ऐसी कोई बहुत दिक्कत नहीं है। साउथ म्यूनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन का ही बजट लास्ट ईयर करीब 3,500-4,000 करोड़ था। तो हाँ नहीं, पर इसलिए इसका मतलब मुझे आपका 8 से ज़्यादा होगा पूरे दिल्ली का बजट।
Corrected.
हाँ, साउथ दिल्ली का ही करीब 3,500-4,000 करोड़ के आसपास बजट था। फंड वाइज साउथ दिल्ली म्यूनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन के पास बजट आफ्टर ट्राइफर्केशन बजट की समस्या हमारे पास इतनी नहीं रही है। पर एक हमें जो मेन चैलेंज है वो ये है कि ओवर द पास्ट फ्यू डेकेड्स, 20 साल 30 साल, दिल्ली में जो ये अनप्लान्ड डेवलपमेंट हुआ है, इस अनप्लान्ड डेवलपमेंट को मोर एंड मोर रेगुलराइज किया जा रहा है, और जो मोर और मोर रेगुलराइज किया जा रहा है उससे मोर एंड मोर अनप्लान्ड डेवलपमेंट फर्दर ट्रिगर हो रहा है। जब अनप्लान्ड डेवलपमेंट होता है तो उसमें किसी भी एरिया में सिविक एमिनिटीज़ प्रोवाइड करने के लिए हमें बहुत परेशानी आती है। उसमें ना बिजली की लाइन के लिए जगह है, ना पानी की ड्रेन के लिए जगह है, ना कूड़ा के कलेक्शन के लिए कोई सिस्टम बनाने के लिए जगह है। ऐसे अनप्लान्ड डेवलपमेंट में जब भी हम सिविक एमिनिटीज़ प्रोवाइड करने जाते हैं तो वहाँ पे हमें प्रैक्टिकल कंस्ट्रेंट्स बहुत ज़्यादा आती है। फंड कंस्ट्रेंट्स की इतनी प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। वहाँ पे मुझे जैसे मान लीजिए कूड़ा कलेक्ट करना है तो कूड़ा कलेक्ट करने के लिए कोई एक ट्रांसफ़र पॉइंट की ज़रूरत पड़ती है कि जहाँ से घर से आएगा और फिर एक ट्रांसफ़र पॉइंट में होके बड़े ट्रक में डिस्पोजल पे जाएगा। तो वो ट्रांसफ़र पॉइंट के लिए भी जगह नहीं है मेरे पास। जो स्टॉर्म वाटर ड्रेन्स बनती हैं, स्टॉर्म वाटर ड्रेन्स क्योंकि कॉलोनी पहले बन गई, अब उसमें स्टॉर्म वाटर ड्रेन है, उसकी कभी लेवल प्लानिंग नहीं हुई। जब लेवल प्लानिंग नहीं हुई तो उसमें पानी भरता है, वहाँ पे कॉलोनी में पानी भरता है, रोड टूटती हैं, उसी रोड के ऊपर हम और रोड बनाते जाते हैं तो रोड ऊंची होती जाती है, फिर घर नीचे हो गए, रोड ऊपर हो गई। एक हमारे यहाँ मुझे जो लगता है कि जो पिछले 20 और 30 साल में हमारे यहाँ दिल्ली में अनप्लान्ड डेवलपमेंट जो हुआ है और जो उसको रेगुलराइज करने से उसके जो आफ्टर इफेक्ट्स आए हैं, आज की डेट में भी मुझे अनप्लान्ड डेवलपमेंट रोकने में एक सबसे बड़ी समस्या है। क्योंकि लोगों के मन में एक ऐसा भावना आ गई है कि ये तो रेगुलराइज हो जाता है, कोई प्रॉब्लम ही नहीं है।
अब मुझे एक चीज़ पूछनी है आपसे,
हाँ।
किरण शर्मा के बिहाफ पे वो खाना देने वाली हैं, इसलिए मैं ज़रा आप जवाब अच्छा पॉजिटिव देंगे तो ठीक रहेगा। आप ये बताइए कि सैनिक फार्म रेगुलराइज होगा कभी?
देखिए, ये पॉलिसी मैं नहीं बना सकता, ये पॉलिसी भारत सरकार को बनानी है, इस पे मैं आपको कोई जवाब नहीं दे सकता। पर मैं वापस अपने चैलेंज पे आ जाता हूँ। रेगुलराइज करने की जो पॉलिसी है भारत सरकार बनाती है। नहीं, भारत सरकार, सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट, मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ यूडी, भारत सरकार बनाती है ये पॉलिसी। हाँ, अब वो जिस कारण से भी बनाती हो मैं इस पे नहीं जाऊँगा, जिस कारण से भी ये पॉलिसी बनाई जाती है मैं उस पे नहीं जाऊँगा।
सर,
नहीं, इसको लाल डोरा लैंड होता है विलेज आबादी एरिया। तो एक हमें एक समस्या ये है। दूसरा जो ये पीके गुप्ता साहब ने भी जैसे बताया है, जो हमें मतलब जो हमें वेरियस कंस्ट्रेंट्स हमारी म्यूनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन में जो एक हमें जो पावर ऑफ द पॉलिटिकल लीडरशिप जो हमें जो स्टैंडिंग कमेटी और कॉर्पोरेशन